morning students. Welcome to physics class. In the previous class, we have learnt about the magnetic effect of current. That is, whenever a current flows through a conductor, we can feel the magnetic field around it. Then we have learnt about the Lorentz magnetic force. That is, whenever a current flows in a conductor, we can feel the magnetic field, and the direction of the magnetic field and the direction of the current will be in the opposite direction, which creates a force which makes the conductor to move. Also, we have learnt about the Fleming's left hand rule. That is, if we stretch the forefinger, middle finger and thumb perpendicular to each other, the middle finger represents the direction of the electric current, the forefinger represents the direction of the magnetic field, and the thumb represents the direction of the force. In today's class, we are going to learn about force on a parallel current carrying conductors. So we are placing two conductors in parallel. Two conductors in parallel, and the direction of the current is same. I is the current. Because of the current flowing in the conductor, it creates a magnetic field. So again, the current flowing through the conductor 2, it creates a magnetic field. So a force is created in both the conductors, and because of the force created in this conductor, it is attracting the conductor 1, and because of the magnetic field created in this conductor, there will be a force which is attracting the conductor 2. So there will be a force in the opposite direction. This force is due to the magnetic field in this conductor, and this force is due to the magnetic field in this conductor. So now there will be an attractive force. The force is an attractive force, and the direction of the force can be found by Fleming's left hand rule. That is, the force is in the opposite direction. So F1 is the force created by the magnetic field in this conductor, and F2 is the force created by the magnetic field in this conductor, and they are in the opposite direction. So there will be an attractive force as the current is in the same direction. So the magnitude of the force will be the same, but the direction of the force will be different, or is in the opposite direction. Now again, if we place two conductors in parallel, and if the direction of the current is reversed or else in the opposite direction, we are reversing the direction of the current, or the direction of the current is in the opposite direction, again there will be a magnetic field will be created, which is in the opposite direction. The magnetic field will be created. Now because of this magnetic field, there will be a force created in the opposite direction, not towards, but it is outwards. It is F1, F2. So here there is a repulsive force. So if the direction of the current changes, there will be a repulsive force. If the direction of the current is in the same direction, there will be an attractive force in the parallel conductors. we have learned that when current flows through a conductor, magnetic field is produced and the conductor behaves like a magnet. So this is called electromagnetism. But how was it possible for a lodestone behaves like a permanent magnet when there is no current flowing through it? We know that lodestone is a natural magnet, which is the strongest natural magnet, and people are wondering how it behaves like a magnet when no current flows through it. So later scientists proved that the magnetic property in the lodestone is due to the movement of electrons in the magnetic material, movement of electrons around the nucleus. The sum of all this movement gives the permanent magnetic property to this material. Do you know how the water pumps, fan, the mixer grinder, juicer, washing machine works? What makes them to work? Yes, it is the electric motors. So next we are going to learn about electric motor. What is an electric motor? Electric motor is a device which converts electrical energy into mechanical energy. So electric motor converts electrical energy to mechanical energy. So an electric motor is a device that converts the electrical energy into mechanical energy. So this is how a certain equipments or electrical appliances in our house works. So as we know that whenever a current carrying conductor is placed in a magnetic field, a force is created and this force makes the conductor to move. So this is the principle that is used in the electric motor, and there will be a turning effect. Only when there is a turning effect, the motor can rotate, and which converts the electrical energy into mechanical energy. The working principle of the electric motor is given in the video attached. The important parts of an electric motor are permanent magnet, a coil, carbon brush, split ring commutator. The purpose of using the split ring commutator is used to change the direction of the current, and also a battery. The speed of the rotation of the coil can be increased by increasing the current in the coil by increasing the number of turns in the coil by increasing the magnetic field also. The next one is by increasing the area of the coil. So these are the factors that are used to increase the speed of the coil. That is by increasing the current in the coil, increasing the number of turns in the coil, increasing the magnetic field, and also increasing the area of the coil. So in today's class, we have learnt about the force on a parallel current carrying conductor. So when two conductors are in parallel, and if the direction of the current is in the same, then there will be an attractive force. If the direction of the current is changed, there will be a repulsive force in a parallel current carrying conductor. Then we have learnt about the electric motor. So electric motors are the device which convert the electrical energy into mechanical energy. The important parts of electric motors are the permanent magnet, coil, carbon brushes, split ring commutator and battery. And there are 4 parameters that are used to increase the speed of the coil by increasing the current in the coil, by increasing the number of turns in the coil, by increasing the area in the coil, and also by increasing the magnetic field. Thank you, students.